understand what you do, but you need to. I'm a law enforcement.
This arrogant, intoxicated officer believed that he was above the law and could get away with anything. But watch as a higher authority steps in and takes him to task, delivering a crucial lesson. On August 26, 2022, officers stopped a car for having a registered tag and excessively dark window tint. However, what seemed to be a normal traffic stop took an unexpected turn as Zebulon police officer Jonathan Hemphill was behind the wheel. Before the officers could process the situation, Hemphill abruptly flung open the door and stormed out.
Say hello, was that illegal?
No, no, sir. The reason why we're stopping you is because it's a window tint violation.
I blinked my blue lights at you to let you know who I was.
Yes, sir. Well, we didn't know with it, that's not a government tag.
That is a unofficial tag.
Okay.
That tag's not even on file.
I see. Yes. Well, we have to catch up the bill to run it and everything like that, sir.
So I won't blink my blue lights at you next time. I'll let you just sit there. I was just speaking. I'm the police chief in Zebulon.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Matt Polk worked for me. Your chief worked for me.
Yes, sir. There's no need to get upset.
I'm upset because I spoke to you when I come by, and now you're pulling me
Sir,
over.
I've never met you a day in my life.
I understand that.
Why are you being hostile?
Well, easy. I don't have to talk to you.
Okay.
Easy. I'm not talking to you.
Why are you being hostile right now?
Are y'all gonna write me a ticket? Are you gonna write me a ticket?
Sir, we're just trying.
I'm the police chief in Zebulon. Do you want to write me a ticket?
Why are you coming up to me like
write me a
that?
ticket?
I'm doing my job, right?
What are you stopping for?
I'm stopping. Well, for one, the window tint's dark. The
I have
flashing
blue
blue
lights in my
lights.
car.
Okay, you know how many officers have blue lights in
Are
their
you
vehicle?
writing me a ticket? Yes or no?
Chief Hemphill immediately silenced the officer, establishing his dominance. And when a female officer stepped in, she didn't get any leniency, just more of his overbearing attitude.
I'm conducting my best.
Are you writing me a ticket? I'm fixing to leave.
Do you have your driver's license?
Sure, I don't have my driver's license.
What are we?
I don't know why you're
I don't have my driver's license. I'm fixing to make it a whole lot more.
Chief, not being very professional.
Your boss worked.
1111. I'm out here at Illinois.
Stand by for me just like anybody else. Pull it over, okay? Thank you.
Where's my license?
Okay, so 2001 Dodge Ram Pro, black and color. To Machine Construction Company out of Losersville. Registration shown expired, valid insurance, negative 90 rounds.
Just confirming Bravo Frank Mike 1175 BFM 1175. Yeah, sir. As I was explaining.
I don't want anything from you.
Okay.
You let her do her job.
The female cop refused to back down and stood her ground. However, the chief acted as though the rules were beneath him and was blinded by his authority.
Make sure you're recording.
Yeah. What?
She's about bringing your driver's license
All
back
right.
up.
That's fine.
Yeah. First, when we ran the tag, it came back to like a Dodge Ram, so we're just
It's not a
confirming it's
Dodge
not.
Ram.
Yes, sir.
It's a ghost tag.
Yes, sir. We're
You
making.
must have anything back on that tag.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're just.
You must have run it wrong. You must have run it wrong because you wouldn't come back to a Dodge Ram.
We were confirmed it. They let us know and everything. So.
So it's still coming back to a Dodge Ram now?
Sir, can I ask why you're so upset?
Is it still coming back to a Dodge Ram
No,
now?
we got it fixed. Why are you so upset?
No, you didn't fix it. Is it still coming back to a Dodge Ram right now?
No, it came back 9 on 5.
That's right, because
Okay.
you run it wrong.
Sir,
Somebody run it wrong.
about
Either
to-
you did or they did.
We're about to get the information.
Okay,
and get
I
it
got
back
your
to you.
chief on the phone right now. That's
Yes, sir.
fine.
I
That's fine.
understand.
That's fine.
Can you calm down for us,
No.
please?
I appreciate your service. I appreciate your service.
All right.
I'm just saying, I spoke to you guys. I didn't have to do that. I could have eased on by y'all. I appreciate the job y'all out here doing.
Chief,
I
I'm trying to be
y'all.
respectful with you.
I understand
okay?
that. I understand that.
I'm not raising my voice or
I
nothing at
understand
you,
that.
right?
I understand
All
that.
right, listen.
It is alarming how some high-ranking officers carry themselves as if they're beyond reproach. Even if there is a misunderstanding, would it really hurt to have a calm, professional discussion?
But I'm
Man to
trying
man,
to
let's
tell
be
you,
respectful to one
the
another,
only
okay?
thing I done wrong was spoke. Y'all never would have pulled me over if I hadn't flicked my blue lights
No,
at you.
sir. No, we were going to pull you actually. Indian, I'm
No,
not
you
going to
won't.
lie to you. I'm
No,
telling
you
you straight up, okay?
Okay. All right.
But like I said, there's
Go-
people out here impersonating police officers with blue lights.
Well, you
and
threw
we've
my
dealt with
she
before.
threw my license. If she is getting them for me.
She'll bring it to you, sir.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
I'm just
Bring it
trying
till
to.
you get through.
I'm trying to talk with you.
I don't want to talk anymore about it.
All righty.
That's unprofessional.
That's very unprofessional.
Unbelievable. I'm a better night.
After the video prompted an internal inquiry, the chief was fired for breaking corporate policies. He received an oral reprimand and was required to complete anger management and de-escalation training. This officer learned the hard way that the badge doesn't make you above the law. And the next one, let's just say that karma hit even harder.
I'm on your side, bro. We understand what you do, but you need to. I'm a law enforcement. Okay.
On November 14th, 2020, Scottsdale police officers hurried to a club after hearing rumors of a furious confrontation between an individual and the security team. But what they walked into was far beyond a simple argument.
You need to go. They don't want you here, so you have to go. It's simple. If you don't want to be in trouble with us, just go. That's it.
Dude, I'm on your side.
They don't want you at the business, so you need to go.
I'm on your side.
I get that, but they don't want you here today, man.
You guys are brutal. Hey. I'm on your side, bro. We understand what you do, but you need to. I'm a law enforcement. Okay, you need to understand. Hey, you want to have a full conversation? Come here. What did he do? Huh? What did he do?
He's trying to fight everybody that walks by.
Right.
We kicked, after you guys told us to kick us out, we kicked him out.
He ain't even fucking following 9 cents of business.
So we literally kicked him out, and then he's literally after you guys, they just stood up. He's like, you guys want to fucking tell him out? You gotta leave, bro.
An off-duty Roseville police officer, Scott Romo, was causing a scene after being kicked out of 2 bars earlier that evening. His behavior was escalating, and things were getting bizarre.
Dude, it's fucking Arizona. What the what am I getting on what? What am I?
They're taking you out.
What am I?
I'm just trying to keep you out of jail.
No.
You want to be a California cop and and you want to chest bump us? You can go ahead and do that. And guess where you're going to end up? In my fucking jail.
Yeah, I want to know where.
You can either calm down and go home.
No, what am I doing wrong?
You're too intoxicated. You're trying to pick fights with people. Every club has asked you to leave multiple times.
Club?
Every club you've gone to.
On what? What am I doing?
I've removed you twice from 2 different clubs. Do you not understand that?
What am I 602?
I don't know what that is. That's California code. I don't know what that is.
602 resident?
I don't know what that is.
What am I trespassing?
Despite being heavily drunk, Romo stubbornly resisted arrest, insisting that he was one of them. However, the officers were unmoved, shutting down his claims without hesitation.
This place kicked you out.
On what
Whiskey Row kicks you out.
regimen?
You're not even hearing me. I'm trying to keep you from going to jail.
I'm understanding. What am I on?
You're not understanding anything, my man.
I'm trying to.
But you're not.
What are they
What
fucking...
is the hard part about just going home so you don't get into trouble?
No, I'm trying to understand. What are they kicking me out for?
You're too intoxicated. In the state of Arizona.
What?
Listen to me for 1 second. Get it through your head right here, okay? You've had too much to drink and you're not processing anything anymore. Arizona law requires that if a bar realizes you're too intoxicated, they must remove you within 30 minutes.
On their own.
You've been removed. There's no drunk in public law. You don't have that here in the state of Arizona. They're kicking you out because you're inside their establishment too intoxicated. That's a state law. They're removing you. They're obligated by law to remove you from
I'm
the
asking you.
No.
I'm in fucking Arizona.
Yes, you are.
I'm not used to Arizona.
That's what I explained to you multiple times.
The officer's behavior was a complete embarrassment to his department. As soon as the other officers approached the bystanders for their statements, they all weighed in against him.
Hey, when he was at the front, they said that he was knocking the hand away, trying to get in and stuff.
Yeah, he kept getting like, and I was like, hey, just take a step back without a mask.
Was he hitting the hand away?
Yeah, he kept doing that. I was like,
How many times did you say he was knocking the hand away off you?
10, 15 at least.
You saw it 10, 15 times?
I was just like this. I was like,
Completely just being...
Yeah, right here, bro, the whole time.
he got like really this close, and I was like, hey, it's a little personal space, bro, and he just kept pushing, and I was like,
all right, you want to be a victim?
The cops quickly made the right decision after observing the man's terrible condition and the public's concerns.
You're too intoxicated to understand what I'm even telling you.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home.
Oh, now you're gonna go home? You just said you didn't want to go home. Now you want to go home? Now you want to go home.
Let's sit him down.
Dude, I have a law enforcement ID.
You, sir, are a disrespect to our profession this evening. If you say it one more time, I'm going to hold you in custody and make you tell the judge in the morning that you have a law enforcement ID. You're a disgrace right now. So you need to shut your damn mouth before I call your supervisor, and we go from there, and you don't lose your job in California while you're visiting Arizona.
I don't understand.
So you close your mouth and let us do our job now, because you can't make adult decisions.
What's your job?
My job is to take you to jail now, because you can't be an adult. Have a seat.
I have your...
Have a seat.
Okay.
Have a seat. Sit down.
Hold on.
The humiliated officer had many opportunities to leave, but he chose to stay, putting himself in a position where his downfall was only going to become worse.
Swatting the hand of the security guards away in line, trying to grab us.
We've already asked them to go home tonight. So if you got a victim and you got someone that articulates it, he's already been kicked out of Whiskey Road.
Come on,
Refusing
bro.
service. I don't
Are
want to do
you
it either,
serious?
but sometimes you got to.
I have a
It's
ID.
and got the protocol. There's a protocol for this.
I'm not trying to hurt you.
No, man. The issue
I
is.
have a fucking ID.
We've given you so many chances. We already talked. Do you know that you already talked to us tonight? Do you know that?
Yeah,
You remember that?
I understand.
How long ago was that? Minutes ago we talked to you.
Yeah.
How about a couple hours ago when you refused service into another bar and we told you to go home? Just go home. It's time to go home. You can't get into any more bars. Your buddies asked you to leave and you would not leave and you walked off on your own and they left you.
But it's a bar.
That's what you're not getting. It's
Bro, I'm under arrest. Bro, bar feud, when I told you.
Told me what? You're so intoxicated, nothing's sinking in.
Bro, you're seriously gonna put me in this position?
No, you put yourself in this position.
No.
Yeah, bro. See, this is the other part that's a disgrace to our profession that you're not catching.
Romo is in such terrible shape that even his own friends abandoned him at the bar. This alone speaks volumes about how terrible his state must have been.
Even your friends. Where is your bachelor party?
It's in fucking Phoenix.
You're by yourself, bro. They left you. You understand that? They left you.
Come on, dude.
All right, my man.
Yeah, I'm just one fucking average Joe that fucking gets caught.
Lord, do you need anything?
No, we're gonna try to. Let's grab his wallet from him.
My wallet's in my back right pocket.
Are you out here for a bachelor party?
Can I ask what you guys are gonna...
You're being arrested for assault and disorderly conduct.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding you, sir. I have 5 people that provided me the exact same statement about you trying to physically assault them and then watch you physically assault the bouncer by swatting his hand away. They noted at least 10 times.
Bro.
The security guard noted at least 15 times.
Romo's apparent arrogance during the interaction was also deeply concerning. Witnessing a law enforcement officer acting as if the rules don't apply to him is unsettling.
You're being charged with assault and disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct as in 415 or...
Correct, 415.
A?
415A? Maybe just 415.
Can I get in my personal or no? I can't see you, I'm sorry.
What do you need, man?
Green light. I can't see you.
Hang on, man. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, man.
I'm a cop, you know that?
Where are you a cop at?
You know that? You don't care. You don't care, do you? Because you're sworn in. I get it. I 100% get it, bro. I understand. I'm not...
Here's the deal, though.
I'm not... Tell you the truth.
My advice to you is just sit down, be quiet.
Totally. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
But I'm also trying to understand the charge. And I'm also
They
trying
just
to
told you
understand...
we could charge you with
They
disorderly
didn't tell me the
conduct and
charge,
assault.
though. Sir?
Okay.
They didn't tell me the charge.
I'm telling it to you right
I
now.
appreciate you telling me.
Disorderly conduct and assault.
Okay. I
We're
appreciate
choosing
you
to
telling
just
me.
go with disorderly conduct because we charge you with assault. You're probably going to get terminated.
I
Understand that?
With some solid evidence in hand, Romo's time was up, so the officer seized him and took him to the police cruiser.
We're gonna get you, hey man, put one leg in. Okay.
Alright.
1, 2, 3. Where's your point? Good.
Just right here. No, I'm good with that.
Where you at?
Just on the side right here. With everybody coming in for COVID.
So you're taking me in? What are you booking me for? 647F?
Yes.
Is that going on record?
Is what going on what record?
647F.
Sure.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, man.
647F is going on my record.
Spread your feet.
I can't walk?
No, you're done walking. You need to spread your feet.
Have any needles?
I don't have nothing, bro.
The police then searched him carefully, making sure that nothing was overlooked before putting him in the vehicle.
Alright.
Drew, you know the deal, okay, man? Is there anything?
know the deal,
Okay,
but I can't be fucking chilling out forever.
Is there anything on your persons that we missed during this search?
No, I have zero.
Alright, we have to give everyone the same warning that goes into our cop car and into our jail. If there's anything on your person that you know that we missed, that's in your underwear, socks, shoes, or boots, and you knowingly take it into the police car or into our facility, it's a felony offense in the state of Arizona.
Zero thing.
Put your head.
After some time, Romo was brought to the police station and locked in a cell. When it seemed like the chaos had settled, he made a move that no one saw coming.
Where going?
Get the jail. Come on, Hunter. What's up, man?
I can't fucking breathe anymore.
Okay.
You're treating me like a fucking prisoner.
Well, sir, at this current time, you are in a jail facility, and the correct term probably would be prisoner. However, we're trying to get you released, but you're not showing any signs of sobering up that allows us to believe that you can go out and act accordingly in society. From what I understand, you're dialing 911. You're continuously
I can't breathe, sir.
You're continuously banging on the jail cell doors.
Because I can't breathe. I have anxiety.
I completely understand the anxiety part.
I am sobering up. What do you want me to do?
Romo repeatedly banged on the jail door and dialed 911 multiple times without a valid reason, causing a disturbance. Romo was unresponsive and could not understand what was being said when an officer came in to de-escalate the situation.
To call Lieutenant Scott Blinn, and I will provide you his phone number.
I know Blinn's phone.
Okay, and you are ordered to call him immediately upon your release to report your actions. Do you have any questions about that directive?
But I can't breathe in here.
Okay, I'm not sure what other thing that I can offer for you.
I feel like a fucking animal in here. And this ain't right.
You've arrested
Cop to cop.
You've arrested people, right?
I have.
And they end up in a jail, right?
I have.
So you were arrested. So you end up in a jail. There's nothing we can do special for you because of your situation.
Now?
Romo's entitlement was now hitting some new heights. He was genuinely stunned that for once he was being held accountable for his action. However, he was unaware that his resistance was making things more difficult for him.
So you said he called 911? Alright, my man, you gotta help us out too, being a police officer.
What do I need to do?
Not call 911.
I'm calling 911 because I can't breathe.
Okay, do you remember the...
No one's answering my call.
Sure.
You guys are treating me like a fucking prisoner, which I get, but you gotta give me something.
Yeah, we housed you alone.
Drew.
Dude, I can't breathe in
Drew,
here.
do you remember prior to the George Floyd incident that we got in the habit of saying, if you can talk, you can breathe? Do you remember that? The sooner that you're gonna get out of here. I have to report back to your lieutenant this evening, and now I got to report back this behavior furthermore.
What's the behavior?
So you've been nothing but disruptive in the jail facility this evening.
I can't breathe.
Okay, sir. I'm done. Do you have any questions for me besides the fact
I'm asking, how do I get out of this?
He just told you.
If you want to intro it, it's Lieutenant Blinn, B-L-Y-N-N.
Lieutenant Blinn, this is Romo.
Now, while that was satisfying to watch, here is another shocking case where a drunk chief thought it was fine to drive despite being 4 times over the legal limit.
Really?
License in the back.
Yeah.
The officer had just pulled over Henry County Sheriff Deputy Michael Yarbo. After Yarbo handed over his license, the officer returned to his cruiser, but instead of running the usual checks, he made a surprising call to a friend, telling him about the stop.
Hello? Guess who I just pulled over?
Who?
Yarborough.
Real?
Yeah, the chief deputy driving a
Dodge Charger, a souped up Dodge Charger belongs to the sheriff's office. I just clocked this at 96 in a 35.
What was the issue? I mean, why is he speeding?
No reason. He's in an unmarked car. He just got a high horsepower car and decided he wanted to play.
It's your traffic stop. You do what you think you should do. I mean, I'm not telling you one way or the other. You do a 96 and a 35.
Okay. Well, you know I don't care for him, so I'm gonna ride his.
Believe it or not, the officer actually issued him a speeding ticket. What is even more shocking is that the chief acknowledged his error. Accountability, something that we do not see often in situations like this without any justification.
Sir, here's your ID back. This is your copy of the citation. If you would sign right here. It's got a court date, time it's a must appear.
Yes, sir.
Please slow down and have a safe day.
Despite having a clean record, Yarbo faced a penalty of 40 hours of unpaid suspension. Now that was a costly error, but wait until you see the next cop learn a lesson the hard way.
You're the chief. Okay. Well, so you know better.
On May 12, 2019, Arkansas State Police Trooper Michael Valentine was on patrol when he spotted a car dangerously swerving across lane. He immediately followed the car and started a traffic stop.
White line. Yeah. Yellow line again. 045 Young Charles David. Hello. Hey. I'm Trooper Valentine, Arkansas State Police. Stopped because you look like you're having trouble controlling your vehicle. All right, what's going on? A lot. I got your arm? Okay, where is it? Huh? It's on your chest? Huh? Been drinking a little? Yeah. Okay.
The driver was Newton County Sheriff's Office Chief Deputy Michael Dunn, and the first thing he did was make sure that the state trooper knew exactly who he was.
How much have you had to drink? Not much. Okay. Well, is your vehicle off? Turn it off for me. Alright. Go ahead and step out with me, okay? So you got a gun on you? It's off. It's off of you? Is it in the vehicle? Yeah. Okay. So you're a deputy? I'm the chief deputy. You're the chief? Okay. Well, so you know better. I've had some bad times. Okay. Well, I understand that. But, I mean, you know we can't be out driving if we've been drinking. Yeah. And, you know, I caught you coming back onto the highway back there. You almost hit a sign and then followed you for a little while, and you touched the yellow line twice, touched the white line twice, okay?
Officer Valentine did not allow a fellow cop to intimidate him. Despite Deputy Dunn's frustration, he remained composed and committed to his duty.
So I'm going to do some tests on you. All right, you know how all this is going to go. If you are impaired, there's nothing I can do for you, okay? Okay. Because it's not, it wasn't my choice, whatever you've done. And, you know, my job's going to be on the line just like yours is, okay? You got gum in your mouth? Okay, go ahead and spit that out for me. All right, come back here toward my car, okay? So how much have you had? You don't know? You don't remember?
It was time for Deputy Dunn to undergo field sobriety tests, but he acted like he was above the law instead of following routine protocol. In a shocking twist, he brazenly asked the patrol officer for a favor.
Well, pull your hands out of your pockets. All right, go ahead and stand. All right, you gonna be all right? Yeah. All right, go ahead and stand up for me right here, okay, and face my car. You want to go through these tests, or you just want me to take you in? Huh? I won't take you to Newton. We're in Boone right now, so I'd be taking you to Boone. Okay. I know it sucks. All right, but like I said, it's not my choice. You can't give me a break, man. You know I can't. Absolutely can't. It's on camera. I can't do anything about it. I've got family out here on this highway. I'm sure you do too.
Deputy Dunn openly admitted to drinking, knowing that everything was being recorded. He shamelessly pressured the trooper to let him go. The audacity is shocking, as some officers truly believe that they are above the law.
I do smell, I can smell some odor of intoxicants, all right? Of course, you've admitted to me that you've had something to drink. It's on camera. You're driving. So it's up to you if you want to take tests or if you just want to go into jail. Well, I understand that, but I'm sure you understood that too when you decided to drive, right? What do you want to do? Well, we can't sit here all day. I know.
Anyone else in this situation would have been handcuffed and arrested on the spot for disobeying the officer's command, but not Deputy Dunn. Instead, he was treated patiently and was even given tips on how to avoid being arrested.
All right. So, again, it's up to you. But like I said, we can't sit here all day. So, either we can do some tests here, I can PBT you, we can see where you're at. You know the law, if you're under 8%, it's still up to me, between 4% and 8%, whether I want to take you to jail or not. I do have some bad driving. If you're under 8%, I can work with you. If you got somebody that can come get you, we can go that route, okay? Seriously. I can't do that. I can't, without testing you, yes, seriously. You know that I have no discretion when it comes to DWI.
Deputy Dunn flatly refused to take any tests, even though he was well aware of how much he had been drinking. The trooper maintained his professionalism and reminded him again that there were no favors to be given.
No, it's not. We've got cameras, we've got everything else. It's not like it used to be. I do wish I could help you out, but I do not have that discretion. So, you want to take a chance? We can either, like I said, we can see where you're at, or you can go to jail, not have any further evidence. It's up to you.
Soon, Dunn realized there was no way out and jail was inevitable. He went for his phone, calling his wife to make arrangements for the car as he would be escorted to jail.
Have you got somebody close by and come get it within like 5 to 10 minutes?
Answer the whole thing, my wife.
She know where you're at right now? No. Okay, which, that's none of my personal business, but I'm just, just curious. But, like I said, if you've got somebody that can come get it, again, I can't leave it here, okay? Because if someone comes by and knocks a window out of it, it's going to be on me.
Officer Valentine thoroughly searched before placing him in the back of the police car. However, the deputy reacted angrily to the treatment. He did not consider himself a mere suspect. This was beneath him, or so he believed.
All right, do me a favor. Walk up this way. Go ahead and put your hands on my car. All right, we're just going to go through this like we normally do.
Really?
Yeah. I just got to follow policy, man. If I want them to back me up, I got to do what they want me to do. All right? Go ahead and put your hands on there, bring your feet backward toward me. No, put your hands on the car for me, bring your feet back. All right. So you don't have anything on you. All right. I will do the professional courtesy if you want. I can just cuff you in the front, sit you in the back of my car. You want to do that? Or you rather have them behind your back?
Cuff me. Seriously?
Like I said, it's policy.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
You want me to follow policy?
I think it's bullshit, by the way, but...
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna get my pills out of there. I have to have them.
Okay, what are they for?
Tension was high when the officer led Deputy Dunn to the back of the police cruiser. His wife was en route to pick up the car, so they waited in silence.
Knocking myself loose there. All right. Go ahead and get buckled. You gotta be buckled. You want to be buckled?
Are you serious?
You don't want to be buckled? I mean, that's up to you, I guess.
Man.
It's not my fault. Don't look at me like it's
No, it's my fault.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I do not want to do this to another law enforcement officer. I've always heard about it happening, never wanted it to happen to me, okay? But like I said, there's nothing I can do about it.
Hey, sorry to bother you. You don't have any water or anything in there.
Water?
Yeah, water.
I do have, actually. I got that. You want to drink? You want any of that? You got coffee up there, don't you?
Yeah.
Can we go get it?
I'll tell you what, if you open that tailgate, I got water in there.
Okay.
You're a gentleman.
Yep, no problem.
After a tense 20-minute wait, the deputy's wife arrived, frustration and anger all over her face.
Been better, I guess?
Yeah.
Well, I got him in the back seat there. I guess you guys are taking the truck?
Yeah.
Who's driving it? Okay. Have you got your driver's license on you? I just gotta, we just want to run it and make sure that everybody knows who I'm releasing the vehicle to, okay?
Okay.
You want to talk to her?
Please.
You can talk to him if you want.
Can you let me out, man? I mean...
Well, I don't want to do that. And I'm not saying you're going to run or do anything stupid, but... You know...
This is ridiculous. And you are no better than Jamie Ralston. And all she wants to say to you is for you to come get your stuff. Because if you cared about her, you wouldn't do this.
Yep.
While this was careless, the next cop did something so shocking that he had to be removed from the force.
Have you ever gone on the IMC computer and pulled up that incident itself?
I have.
How many times have you done that?
I think 2 or 3 times.
Why?
Just to check on it and see if there's any more updates or whatnot.
Okay. When was the last time you looked at it?
I think I looked at it this morning.
Okay. With the intent of just keeping track of what's going on with it?
Right.
Okay. Has there been any changes in it?
Not that I noted, no.
Okay. How often do you get your hair cut?
Monthly.
Where do you go?
I go to Salisbury Square, but the last time I went to the place next to Panera, it was on a Wednesday.
Sarajevo?
Yeah.
Just a few days after the complaint had been made, Sergeant Chison changed the number plate of his vehicle. Additionally, he got a haircut, seemingly to alter his appearance, as the victim had described the suspect as having curls.
Do you chew tobacco?
On occasion.
On the 17th, which is the date that we've all been talking about.
Yeah.
Were you at the police station that morning?
I was.
How long?
I think I left here around I came here at 10. Me and Chucky had a meeting with Tony King and Steve Sforza in the morning. I came here after that around 10 o'clock. Probably left here around a little bit before 11.
And do you remember what you were wearing that day?
I was wearing white cargo pants and a red shirt similar to this. I don't know what my footwear was. I assume sneakers.
Were you on Water Street or Federal Street or any of these streets near there that day?
No, I wasn't.
Not near any of them?
No. Well, I was probably on Water Street maybe, but actually no, it still would have been Market Square if I went up state, so no.
So you never went down that way at all?
Never.
The sergeant quickly denied any involvement, claiming he wasn't even at the location of the incident that day. However, as the interrogation progressed, things were about to get much tougher for him.
I went to the North End Boat Club, checked on my boat, and then I went home.
Was there anybody at home that would?
Yeah, my wife.
Okay. You know where the ATM machine is on Water Street, correct?
Yes.
And you've changed the registration on your truck?
I have.
Why did you do that?
because a woman came in here and said that was the truck who she saw somebody masturbating in. And, if somebody was doing that with a truck similar to mine, with a plate similar to mine, I talked to Greg Whitney and he suggested I change my plate. So I did.
So you got red plates and new red plates.
Right.
Are they both on the truck or just one?
Just one right now.
Was it two?
There was.
So you've taken one off again?
I have.
Why?
The bolts, they're rattled. I have to get bolts that don't hit the back of it, so it'll tighten up.
Do you know the lady, or you've read in the reports then, who the person, who the victim is? Do you know this person?
Never.
Have you ever met her?
No.
Any interaction with her?
Not that I know of, no. When I first thought about this, I was thinking maybe a drug suspect or something, but I don't know her.
There was no plausible reason for someone to accuse the sergeant of such a heinous act falsely. All the circumstantial evidence pointed directly at him, and his suspicious actions following the incident only made things worse.
And no reason to understand why someone would be accusing you of it?
No, I have no open cases. I have no, I don't think it's that. Originally I did, but there's really no reason to go after me,
Is there anything you can explain to me or make me understand that would, than you're saying you didn't do it? I mean, she's describing, you've seen the report, she describes you to a T. The cargo pants, the dark curly hair.
I really don't think I have curly hair. I have dark hair. But no, I can't explain that away. I honestly can't.
And can you explain why a vehicle similar to yours shows up on the ATM cameras?
No. It, probably the vehicle that was there. It's, if there was somebody there in a vehicle like mine, it could have been that vehicle.
As the detective dug deeper into the case, Sergeant Chison came up with yet another story in an attempt to mislead them.
And if they can show the tower where they're from, it'll show the timestamps on where I was when I received that. I was texting you that day about a rubber boat, right around the time of this. The earlier calls, I was here, I talked to Chris McDonald, I talked to an Ipswich police officer about a dive training, and then I'm back home when I'm on the phone there. I'm not sure what time you text me. I think it was around 11. What time did this allegedly happen? That wasn't, I don't think, in the report.
11:52. 11:52.
September 17th. You sent me a picture at 10:55. Two pictures at 10:55 of a boat you're looking at.
Okay. Did you respond?
I don't know. At noon I responded. I was on the road when I got it.
Where were you?
At my house.
You were at your house at noon?
Yes.
Chison attempted to build a timeline, claiming he was at home during the time of the incident. However, as he recounted the events of the day, his story only created more inconsistencies, landing him in deeper trouble.
So what times were you home that day? You were from when you left here? What time?
Left here, went to the boat, stayed there for 5 minutes just to make sure the bilge pumps were working. I hadn't been on it in a long time. So I'm guessing I got your text on the way home, which was 11.
So you weren't home at 11?
It's not home at 11, probably just after that.
You tell me. Estimate. 11:05, 11:10.
11:15.
You say you were here from 10 to 11. I suppose we can check to find out when you left the building.
Right.
Okay, so you leave the building and then you go where?
The boat club.
So you go to the boat club. You're there for how long?
5-10 minutes. Just went down, make sure the boat was floating.
And from the boat club you go right home?
Straight home.
But you said you were down in Market Square.
No, I said when I came over the bridge from meeting with Truckee, I may have gone through Market Square to get to the station. Texted with you for a while. Probably left there around 12:30. Actually, no, I went for a walk with my wife. So it was probably in the afternoon if I went anywhere.
The disgraced sergeant now tried to gather witnesses to support his alibi, claiming he had been out for a walk with his wife at the time of the incident. However, the detective, who happened to be an acquaintance of the sergeant, ensured the interrogation remained tough and relentless.
How would September 17th stick out in my mind when you guys walked the rail trail from any other day?
because I told her, like somebody just accused me of, jerking off in front of, the way Gregory explained it first, somebody was standing in front of the ATM. And then, so she'll remember that day.
And your next phone after 11:33 is what?
Next phone is 12:56. Gregory calling me. I have nothing until 11:59.
11:59.
That's when I text the lieutenant. And we have a conversation through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 texts between 11:59 and 12:16.
So 11:59 he texts you.
No, he texted me at 10:59. I was on the road when I got that. I went home, and then I got back to him at pretty much noon.
You got a text from him at 10:59.
Right.
Once again, the sergeant only ended up getting in more trouble, as there was a 1-hour gap between any conversation or calls that he got. This was the time the poor girl was harassed outside of the ATM. As the detectives pressed further, they realized plenty of inconsistencies in the sergeant's chain of events.
But you tell me at 11:30 you're still here talking to Chris McDonald.
Oh. I left here at 10:20. My last conversation with Chris was at 10:23. I have it right here.
Am I wrong or did...
I can show it to you.
I thought you said 11:23.
No, 10:23. I'm talking to Chris McDonald and Brian Reed right after each other.
Okay,
I'll show it to you right now.
I'm just trying to get it correct. My understanding was you said the first one you had was 11:33, talked to Chris McDonald, and you left the station right after that. Went to the boat club.
I'll pull it up again. It was 10:23, I think, or 10:33 is when I started those. I'll show it to you right now.
I've got a lady who describes a guy that fits your description. The haircut.
I don't think the haircut does. I've never had curly hair, so. But.
Well, dark hair, wavy hair, wearing cargo pants, driving an orange burnt truck with the 3 initials to yellow plates.
Right.
That appears to be chewing tobacco. All right, it's got a lump right in the front of his chin, which you admittedly do.
Well,
it is truly embarrassing to think of a law enforcement officer masturbating in public, yet all the evidence pointed directly at him, making it clear he desperately tried to cover up his disgraceful behavior.
The next step.
Can she do a lineup? Can she do a,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure she can pick you out of the lineup.
Well, I'm hoping she wouldn't pick me out of a lineup. Can she see me and say, no, that's not him, or I don't see the person here?
She's not confident. You've never come down to speak to me not once about this, never to say anything other than, like I've never done anything.
I thought it went away. I thought this is 6 weeks later, and,
If you thought it went away, why do you keep looking at the report?
Just to see if anything's changed.
Why would you do that?
Just to see if, Gregory got anything back, any more, evidence or whatnot.
Another major factor working against the sergeant was his repeated attempt to check the status of the complaint in which he was the primary suspect. This behavior strongly suggested that he was aware of his guilt and was scrambling to find a way to avoid accountability.
What would it matter if it wasn't you?
I'd like to find out who it was. I think Gregory would come to me, but, Gregory doesn't come to me anymore. So, I figured,
I feel like you're out there by yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go back to my options. I've got limited options. I've got overwhelming circumstantial evidence that points towards you. I'm hoping you can offer me something that's going to take and...
My wife can attest to where I was. I don't know if my father lives next door, but I'm not sure where he was during the time or whatever.
I want to take and flip over every cup we can.
Yeah.
If we end up going down that road, you realize we're not coming back.
Right.
Okay, there's no coming back. So that's why I'm saying to you, I spoke to the district attorney's office this morning. Today is the day where if there's any changes, today would be the day to decide it up. And if it's not you, it's not you.
It's not me.
I'm just saying I want to put everything on the table for options for you.
Bison began asking questions aimed at uncovering what evidence the detectives had against him, clearly trying to gather information to strengthen his defense and prepare his case.
To look at, maybe putting a camera out there, see if this person comes back. Anything done like that? Did anyone look into the partial plates? I don't know how to run that stuff. Find out the BPHs in Massachusetts, or the BHPs, or the HPVs. I'm not sure how sure she was on the plate, but officers do it all the time. We call in numbers, we transcribe certain numbers in the back. I'm hoping something like that will be done to try and help me out.
We've tried to do everything we can to put the best light on this. I've only known 2 of the trucks that look like yours, and the planes aren't even close to yours. Okay, anything else that we can look at?
Cameras, I don't know. Can I see the photos of the truck at the ATM?
It's something we can.
Can I see the reports?
Soon after, the sergeant agreed to take a polygraph test. However, everything he said seemed like an attempt to deflect blame, hoping the cops would overlook the incident and deem him innocent.
Okay, so if I sell it up to say police, you have no problem coming in and saying?
I'd really like to see the reports or the photos, or, if I can see the photo, maybe we can prove it's not mine.
Well, the photo's not going to do us a lot other than I can tell you there's some burnt color orange in there. It's not going to depict.
Does it depict the person?
No.
What's in the back of the truck?
No. Well, we try to talk to the victim about, is there anything else in the vehicle you could take and tell us about, whether the internal bit of the truck. Unfortunately, most of the attention was drawn to the individual themselves in the act. The shock value, and I think we all know about the shock value and what this does to people.
Yeah.
So there's very little more that we can say about what she could tell us about the incident itself or the person.
I'm saying I have ANSI green all through my truck. It's...
Suddenly, the sergeant realized he was about to be placed on administrative leave, which completely changed his demeanor.
We're going to place you on leave.
Oh, please don't.
You're going on. I have no choice.
Please don't.
I have no choice.
I'm living paycheck to paycheck right now.
I have no. It's with pay.
Yeah, but still, I can't work details.
I know.
I'm on a detail right now. This will kill me. Is this going to go public?
Right now, you're on administrative leave until we finish this.
I'm begging you. Please don't do this to me.
Steve, I've talked to
Go through the investigation. I'm not going to interfere with the investigation. I've been here for 6 weeks.
I understand that. Well, some of this information has just come to us very recently, like since Friday. I've talked to the chief's attorney, I've talked to the district attorney's office, I've talked to the city's attorney. I don't have a choice in this. That I gotta put you out because of everything that we see at this point.
How quickly?
I'm gonna make the phone calls as soon as we get done here. As soon as I get one, I'll have it done.
Can I take vacation time just so it doesn't look like I'm out there being...
If he hadn't done something so terrible in the first place, he wouldn't have to worry about the public reaction or the news going viral.
But in fairness to you, in fairness to the organization, there's certain things that have to happen, and this is going to be one of them. It's with pay. I'll make the phone call as soon as we get out of here. If you want to hang around, I'll actually tell you as soon as we get one done. We'll get it done.
What if this gets out and the paper gets a hold of it, and then I'm cleared? Every Google search is going to come up with my name, accused of a sex crime.
Well, what may get out there and what's confirmed out there is never going to be. You don't think that there's officers that you're talking now? You don't think it's important to clear your name internally?
Yeah.
And I'm doing everything I can because it's more important to me to find the truth. We're going to charge you. All right? I don't have a choice. We've weighed this out, we've had discussions, we've denied every way possible.
So you charge me, it's going to be on the public. There's no...
I'm not charging you, I just said, I'm waiting out the polygraph.
All right.
All right? So right now you're on administrative leave only while we do that polygraph with no charges.
However, this wasn't the last cop to ruin his career in a single night.
I'm done. What's going on though? Tell me what's going on, bud.
I'm done.
Alcohol? Pills? What are you talking about?
Cops carry a lot of authority, but sometimes a few let their poor choices get in the way of their duty, only to be put in their place by someone with even more power. Today we'll be looking at the case where higher authorities humbled a drunk cop. On October 27, 2018, Lieutenant Rick Byron of the Piqua Police Department answered an unusual call from a fellow officer. When he arrived at the scene, he was shocked to learn that the officer had struck a trailer with his police car. What started as a routine stop took a strange turn.
Augie, come here. Let's go out here in the garage. We got to put your weapons away. Come out here, we'll talk. You'll be all right. You total a vehicle. Here, go in here. So we can put this away. When you total a vehicle, you got to go down for a drug and alcohol assessment. Everybody that wrecks a cruiser that totals it has to go down there. So what we do is just take your taser off of you. And you have any backup weapons on you or anything? Drop your vest or your duty belt, because you don't need that. We're going to go down and do a drug and alcohol test down at the hospital, you and I. And you don't need all your gear, so take your... are you all right, Augie? Yeah. You seem... your focus seems divided on me. What's going on? You just nervous? Yeah. Okay. Are you under the influence of anything, Augie? No? Good. I hope not. I do. Where's your vest at? You don't have it on you? Okay. All right. What else do you got on you? You got a pocket knife, huh?
I'm done.
What's going on, though? Tell me what's going on, bud.
I'm done.
According to the official record, Officer Justin Augustine displayed erratic behavior. Witnesses stated that he attempted to hug and kiss fellow officers while repeatedly declaring his love for them.
What do you mean you're done? Are you going to go with me to take the test, Augie? You're refusing it? You don't want to do that.
I'm done.
Okay, so what does that mean? All right? Are you under the influence of something, Augie? What's wrong with you right now? I don't understand that.
I'm done.
Okay. Are you going with me?
No.
So what are you going to do?
Go home.
Can you call somebody to come get you?
I don't need to.
Well, I'm not going to let you drive.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
What?
I'm not going to let you drive. Can you call your wife? Seriously, Augie, can you call your wife?
I can drive by.
Okay. All right, let's go out here. All right. Don't play this game with me, bud. I'm trying to trying to help you out here.
You do.
Well, I can't do stuff. I'm just doing what I got to do, Augie. It's my job. If you want to leave, go ahead and leave. All right, let's go.
It was clear from Augustine's slurred words and erratic eye contact that he was quite drunk. To top it off, he blatantly refused to take a drug and alcohol test.
Let's go. Come on, Augie. Don't do this, man. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. All right? I'm just doing my job. I'm just asking you to relax, okay?
I'm done.
Okay, and I understand that. I understand what you're saying, all right? I just don't want you to do it like this, all right? I'm not trying to be a prick. I'm not trying to be difficult. You got to understand, it's my job, dude, all right? So don't treat me like that. If you want to be done, I understand that. So if you want to leave, that's up to you. Do you have your keys here? Where's your keys to the building at? You got all that stuff? I want to make sure it wasn't on that ring in there and you need it. I'm not taking it, okay?
In a surprising move, Lieutenant Byron allowed Augustine to drive himself home despite his clear intoxication. Moments later, Augustine's emotional breakdown only reinforced that he was in no condition to be behind the wheel.
Augie, are you okay to drive, brother?
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm worried about you.
Yeah.
All right, well, get going then. Do what you got to do, all right? Augie, you need to get it. You need to relax. No, huh? What'd you say? Who is? You just wrecked a cruiser. It's not the end of the world. I know it's not the end of the world. We can do this, Augie. If you just go down and take the test like we're asking you, if you do that, then we can at least get that cleared to where you can come back to work. Seriously, Augie, I'm trying to help you, bud. Huh? What'd you say? I don't want to... What'd you say? What do you mean you're... Alcohol? Pills? What are you talking about? Huh? Okay. All right.
When the drunk cop finally admitted that he was too intoxicated to drive, Byron stepped in just in time to stop him. But the real surprise is that despite his apparent difficulty, Augustine stubbornly insisted that he could make it home on his own.
I get that, bud. So I can't let you drive home, all right?
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
You said you're up. How are you going to drive home?
I'm not like...
Help me understand, Justin.
What the?
You talking about just in the head?
Fuck you.
Huh? We don't need to do this, Augie.
What?
Come on. We don't. Why are you doing this why are you doing me like that? Huh? What have I done to you for you to do me like that, man? Seriously. I am honest to God being serious with you. What have I done to you for you to treat me like that?
What the fuck?
Oh no. I didn't wreck the cruiser in there and then have to ask you to come to take the test. Okay?
Fuck 'em.
Okay. And again, I understand that, Augie, that you're upset. I get that. You're having a tough time right now with everything that's going on, bud. But it doesn't have to go out like this, okay? It's just an accident.
Detroit 421.
Okay?
What do I do?
Huh?
What do I do?
What do you mean, what do you do? What do you do?
If it's just an accident, what do I do?
You hit a semi-trailer, so again, as part of our policy, we have to go down with that and go take the test.
Lieutenant Byron tried to defuse the situation, but the intoxicated officer grew hostile, blatantly disregarding his superior. The situation escalated further, making it even more complicated.
If everything comes back okay, then that's great. It helps you. It benefits you.
I've been drunk.
Huh?
I'm drunk.
You're drunk right now?
No, I've been drunk.
Been drunk when? Today?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't think you are now?
No.
Okay. Well, I can't let you drive the car home unless we test.
What the fuck you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Is that the way you're gonna do this? You're about to get yourself arrested, bud.
For what?
What do you mean? What am I gonna do? I can't let you drive. So you try to get in that car, I gotta stop you, and then you're gonna start fighting with me. What is that going to do? Huh? Seriously, Augie, why are you doing this to me? I didn't do anything to you. Okay? I didn't do anything to you. Well, let's go back in here so we can figure this out, Augie. Please. You know I gotta call Jason, right?
By this point, it was clear that Augustine had completely lost it. He had to be arrested for his own protection. However, he did not face the same treatment as everyone else. Instead, he got some special privileges.
Just cooperate with me.
You're fucking me.
Augie, I know they are, and I understand that. Can you call your wife and have her come get you, bud? Get your phone out and call her. You don't have your phone? You want to use mine? How much did you drink today, Augie? A lot. You know he's going to want to do a test, right? No, I'm talking about your driving just like we would anybody else. You know what I mean? Not an employment test. He's going to say, hey, this guy's driving a car, we need to test him. And I mean, you got the right to refuse it, but we got to go through the process on that, Augie. And again, I want you to understand that I'm just doing. I know, you probably are. You're right. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or lie to you. Huh? Augie, come on, bud. Come on, just calm down, bud. I understand you're upset. You got to calm down. Remember, Augie. Huh? I'm talking to you as a friend here too.
Fuck you.
All right.
The lieutenant stayed impressively calm as the drunk officer yelled profanities at him. Augustine's anger wasn't just irritating, it was rapidly making things worse.
Fuck. Fuck. What the fuck's this?
Did you dial the wrong number?
Fuck.
Let me give Jason a call, bud.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Fuck you.
Jason, this is Byron. Hey, is there any chance you can come in so we can talk? Okay. Well, I don't know how much time we got as far as cooperation. He's not cooperating real well.
Instead of cooperating with the officer, Augustine broke down in tears, clearly overwhelmed by the situation and knowing that his actions would now lead to serious consequences.
He's right here in front of me. I'm not hiding or talking. I'm talking in front of him. He's acknowledged that he was drinking today and whatnot. So that's where we're at now. How do you want us to proceed with that? Are you gonna go down for the test, Augie? He's refusing that. I hate to see you like that, bud. I didn't do this, Augie. Why are you taking it out on me?
Yeah, it's on you.
It is disturbing to see a police officer act entitled and violate the very rules that they are supposed to protect. Drinking on the job isn't just irresponsible, it is also a blatant display of ignorance and unprofessionalism.
Why are you taking it out on me?
Yeah, it's on you.
Huh?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. All right. I'm just waiting for a phone call back. Just relax, bud. Just relax. All right? Enough. Just relax.
36 of Buckneck, Ohio Temporary. George,
I stand like this no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing.
G833195.
Just relax, Justin.
2014.
Augie. He's saying I got to do it like a 2255 form, so I got to read you the 2255 form. Do you understand that? Are you willing to hear me out and do it? All right, let's go in here and take care of that, bud. And then we'll get you out of here. As soon as your wife gets here, we'll get you out of here. All right? Let's go into the briefing, or the. Since you already said you're going to refuse it, there's no reason to do anything other than that. So I understand what you're saying. Just go in there and have a seat real quick so I can put my stuff away.
Augustine was taken into custody after the lieutenant was told to take the matter inside. He was informed that there would be severe repercussions if he refused the alcohol test.
I got to read the test and refusal consequences to him, so I just need a witness. It says you're now under arrest for OVI, operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol and a drug, or a combination of them, operating a vehicle under the influence of a listed controlled substance, or a listed metabolite of a controlled substance, operating a vehicle after underage alcohol consumption or having physical control of a vehicle while under the influence. If you refuse to take any chemical tests required by law, your Ohio driving privileges will be suspended immediately and you will have to pay a fee to have the privileges reinstated. If you have a commercial driver's license and refuse to submit to the test, you will immediately be placed out of service for 24 hours. You will be disqualified from operating a commercial motor vehicle for a period of not less than 1 year, and you will be required to surrender your commercial driver's license to me.
The lieutenant started off easy, but the supervisor was not having it. The supervisor ensured that Augustine got the same treatment as anyone else in that situation.
I'm just filling out the 2255 form in here because I got all this information. Yeah, I read it to him. He's refusing. So, if it's okay with you, I'm not going to issue a citation right now. I'll write it out later and do what we got to do. Or how do you want that done?
No, we'll treat it like a normal OVI.
Can you go get me a traffic ticket, please? We're still up and down.
Does he have his gun on?
I got his gun away from him, his handgun, and he had a taser on him. I took that away from him. There was a number of times when I was dealing with him that I thought it was going to go to that out there because he was telling me he was going home.
The officer then tried to pull up the photos of the truck that Augustine hit and showed them to his supervisor. The damage was hard to miss, making things even harder for Augustine.
His wife has been called. She's on her way in.
Okay.
He made a comment, I might as well be dead, but he didn't say I'm going to kill myself, so I didn't.
Okay. We'll pass that on to his wife.
Now that we got him back here, I'm a lot better, but I'm still concerned about his behavior. But because I had him outside earlier, when it was dicey.
And Lumpkins took it to their place?
Yeah, it's going to be put inside. I don't know what time it is for that record.
As the investigation closed in, Augustine's prospects for getting off the hook were rapidly decreasing.
Bruce is coming in.
To talk to him?
He's probably going to order him to do an admin blood draw after you guys are done.
He's not going to do that.
Well, you know what that means.
Yep. It doesn't matter, to be honest with you, so let's not fight over it because he was threatening me out there. His behavior was...
Oh, really?
He didn't come out and say, I'm going to kick your ass or do something, but he's going, what are you going to do about it? He starts clenching up. It's a lot.
Okay.
His totally insubordinate.
Okay.
To the point where again, I was calling you, telling you,
Yeah.
basically to let you know that we're going to fight.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting from you.
Yeah, there was no question. Fortunately, I got him to calm down.
Yeah.
And there's something went on in here. He'll have to tell us later because I told him.
Okay.
It was difficult for Augustine to sit at the table since he was so drunk. It was evident that his condition was getting worse.
To take his gun stuff from me, I asked him because he lifted up his shirt. He doesn't have a vest on. He came to work today, dressed, ready to go, and patrolled for an hour or so without a vest.
Okay.
There's more than enough. We're done.
Okay.
What the hell's that?
That's his credit card and his key.
Where was that?
The key was at the car. The credit card was on the floorboard.
You get some better pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
If the lieutenant had let him drive home, things could have gone downhill fast, maybe even ended in tragedy.
Justin, here's Justin, can you look at me, bud? You sit here now. Apparently you dropped the Visa card at your bank card. You dropped that there in the cruiser. Justin, here's the DMV 2255 form for the refusal. And since we had so much time, I went ahead and wrote the citation out. The citation is going to be for the OVI refusal, and then just reasonable control on private property. And I need you to sign the ticket. Well, that didn't make it. If you'll just sign right here, get a copy of that. Yeah. Hey, Justin. Can you hear me? Justin, can you hear me? Jason. Can you hear me? Okay? Can you hear me?
Despite his worsening condition, Augustine received special treatment because of the badge. He was unaware of what was happening as the cops informed him about the consequences.
Almost fell out of your chair, Justin.
You're about to fall again, dude. You okay?
Do you need an ambulance, Justin? Justin, do you need an ambulance?
You need medical attention right now?
Do you need medical attention, Justin?
You're hereby ordered to fully cooperate with the investigating official. Your failure to cooperate will create an objective and subjective fear of termination. You have the following rights and responsibilities during this investigation. You have the right to be informed of the allegations involved. You will be asked questions specifically directed and narrowly related to the performance of your official duties. Statements made during any interviews may be used as evidence of misconduct or as the basis for seeking disciplinary action against you.
Augustine appeared to be detached from the situation as if the weight of accusations hadn't yet set with him. After being charged with OVI, Augustine then caught a break with a reduced charge of physical control of a vehicle under the influence. He was fined $300 with 1 year of probation and 177 days of suspended jail time. Well, now that brings us to the end of this video. Today we witnessed a shocking case where a drunk and negligent cop got put in his place by those with more authority. It is a reminder that no one is above the law and negligence will always be checked when justice prevails. These officers must learn from their mistakes because abusing power never ends well. If you agree, please support us by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed the video, watch the moments where these cops had to arrest their own partners.